Hello and welcome to Streaming Mad. I'm your host, Ludafex, and I am again joined here by Orion and Bob.
Howdy.
So, last time we played this game. Yes, we did. And then,
Things happened.
Yes, well, it's now on the stream. I can spoil things that happened last time as long as they happened last time. So one person died, and then the game went crazy, and then it dropped us here again. And so now we have a girl apparently entirely made by cutting up the other guy. That's not the right way to put that.
Are you sure?
I'm not entirely sure either way. I'm not entirely sure what's happening anymore, so...
Good. Mission
Also,
accomplished.
deleted our saves.
Yep, all of our saves are gone. And we restarted the game, and
This isn't a game where you can just reset things and try a different path.
Well, I refuse to believe that entirely, but we'll see how this goes. So let's load our game, which always is black for some reason, like Bob's soul. Okay. So the last time, what I remember is that, so before our longtime, childhood friend invited us to join the literature club. We started this time and there was something wrong. She may not exist except as a bundle of Unicode random characters. Instead, the club president invited us, and the story is starting again. So we're going to be...
She was a girl who liked us. We should have known she didn't really exist.
Sorry. Anyway, so we're going to go back to voice acting this. I believe that for the moment, Orion is going to take over responsibilities for Monica at the moment. So
okay.
If that's okay with you?
That's fine by me.
Okay, then if we need to swap around again, we shall. But I'll be the narrator because I guess I'm closest. Can you... Actually, I'm going to change this.
No, you're being the narrator because I is first person, and this is your stream.
That is true. Well, that's another reason, but still. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. So many activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back!
Great!
And I brought a guest with me.
Eh? A guest?
Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Ludafex.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Ludafex in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, Sorry.
No cupcakes.
I didn't forget that, but
Son
I
of a
just
bitch.
happened to run into him.
All right, club over. Good night.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Ludafex?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't...
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort into starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Ludifax, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me.
We have read this before. I know that much.
Bits of it.
Okay.
And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things.
Like what? Lots? And
Stories
things?
with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Or a time loop deleting someone? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
You don't say. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I'll remember that.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's all right.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Ludifex?
Hold on. There's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Huh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Ludifex. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Ludifex?
Yeah.
Hey, sir.
It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Ludifex, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now.
How's it going,
Thank
sir?
you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Ludifex, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. By the way, sir, this has been basically the intro, but without Sayori at this point, and occasional glitches.
Just minor glitches.
I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So, okay. You've locked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yes.
Can you... I don't have no idea who's speaking. Should I just read it, or...
You're the narrator, yes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Did anybody else hear that?
Extreme.
I think so. Extreme!
Grief.
Grief. Okay, Plaster, let me try to summarize. We played through basically what was mostly a typical sort of, romance-ish kind of visual novel, except at the point that our childhood friend revealed that she was apparently what is the appropriate term?
Chronically depressed?
Chronically depressed. Thank you very much. And basically, she said, she confessed her love to us. We ended up, trying as best we could, to turn her down. She ended up killing herself, and then the game restarted, and the game was randomly glitching, and the story's going on without her even existing.
Yeah, it restarted. She no longer exists. Our saves disappeared.
Yep.
And we're getting occasional visual glitches. And other characters are now filling in some of her roles.
Yep.
And
so
that's where we are.
you know about as much as we do, generally. If you have any specific questions, we'll answer, but that's the idea. Anyway, you were going to say.
Effulgent.
Effulgent.
Destiny.
I like that game.
Frightening. Agonizing. Uncanny.
Like the X-Men.
Entropy.
There it is.
Defeat.
I have 2 feet.
Incongruent. Unstable.
There we are.
Unending.
There it is.
Daydream.
There it is.
Melancholy.
Sorry, reading chat too.
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
So I assume everyone's noticed that when you
Horror.
click a word, the girl who likes that word
Yeah,
bounces.
I just noticed it after off stream. Bob mentioned that was happening. It's like, oh yeah, they were there. Anyway, you were saying?
Yes, but Monica is not.
Right, that is true.
Horror.
It also helps you learn which keys go with which character.
Right.
Depression. Vertigo. Sadness.
Interesting.
Boop.
Poop.
Hi again, Ludifex. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha.
Don't run away. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Ludifex.
To quote another random YouTube person, what's wrong with your face?
It's all in your head. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
I'm trying to read, thank you! It's Nutski.
You
I certainly have a big
mouth
mouth.
for someone who keeps her manga
There you
collection
go.
in the club room.
I don't even know who's speaking anymore. Okay, fine. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Ludifex. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots
Did the
Natsuki.
music just change?
Did it? I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Yuri shoots Natsuki.
But
Oh, that's you. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the
Did
club.
the screen just jump?
It did.
Yep.
It zoomed out, I think. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice in her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Sorry. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. I wish we could skip to the lines that we actually... Okay, never mind. Sorry, I'm just being...
The way these
a jerk.
engines work is that they're blocks of text, and you can only skip them in blocks.
Yeah, they're flagged in some way, so that, yeah, okay. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Aha, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Sorry.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about, anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to...
Is this the exact same story, or is this...
I don't think so.
Yeah, something doesn't seem quite right here.
I believe it is different. Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. So maybe they are combining all the girls into one, talking about experiment cutting off limbs. This book sounds amazing. I want to read this Markov book.
I kind of want to, too.
But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs.
That's definitely not a line from
the
before.
limbs, too.
That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Ludifex?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective.
We're working on that.
When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway!
What?
Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I?
The power of Christ compels you?
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest in anything.
Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem.
What, demonic Tourette's?
When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly blah, blah. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that anymore.
And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry, as I am currently walking in the opposite direction out the door. That just means you're passionate about reading.
That's what it means.
The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying? Maybe thinking this just happened. Just a visual glitch that came up during development was put intentionally for added effect. I wish it were the case, but some of these require a little bit too much art for this to be completely accidental. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Yeah, that one actually, yeah, the weirdly formatted text could be an actual error they had during development of this, but it depends.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
I think that might be a little more disturbing this time around.
Yeah. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of something.
Check the history.
Sure, we could do that.
It's not
Nope.
there.
Okay, well.
Then it didn't happen. Naturally. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it... Okay, that was an audio glitch.
Yep.
I'm not sure if that one's intentional or not. I have a couple thoughts. I could speculate, but I also could continue.
Proceed.
Yes. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready
Eh?
to turn the page?
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me and let me read your mind.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page.
Yada, yada, yada.
Instead, I just assumed they finished the page before me, so I turned it on my own volition. Continue to the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Yes, sir, I believe that is the case.
It's the English Literature Club, apparently. Fine.
Yeah, well, portrait of Markov?
Something like that. Or, okay, fine Russian then. We can all read Cyrillic. Hey, Yuri.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrillic started showing up in the text boxes at this
That's
point.
true. This might be be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't
relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that.
That's what you were talking about.
Her face somehow looks a little bit. That could be the same thing from last time, but
I don't remember her being that bug-eyed.
yeah, it's like that's what you're
Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
something else.
Never mind.
Like that face? I
We
don't
didn't even
remember
get that
face.
far yet. So I don't know how that came into my head.
This is new. I know that
Yes.
we did not. This was a different exchange from before. Yuri, are you feeling all right?
Eh?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. If you can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little.
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
All right, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Ludovex, did something happen just now?
Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry. I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
All right, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and then slip it back into my bag. So, all right, so...
Let's go with Monica's poem.
Okay. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Ludifex. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening.
For example, speaking in tongues.
Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Ludifex. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
As
Great
we all
job,
become one
Ludifex.
person.
I was going woo in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism?
It is a metaphor for poetry. Poetry's a metaphor for poetry?
My brain hurts.
Can something be a metaphor for itself?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like that it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people.
I do hate people.
She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her.
That'd be an interesting thing to bond over. You hate people? I hate people too!
But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly, the door opens.
Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late.
Oh, no need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Oh, I can't wait.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Okay, this is a new one, it looks like.
Hole in wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper, the sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. By the way, skip is enabled.
Oh, it is? The rest of it all was apparently completely
same.
normal.
Yuri.
Yuri. Skip is apparently enabled here too, if you guys don't mind.
Go ahead.
If it's all a repeat.
So
Including the poem, apparently.
okay, I hope that was the case. Otherwise, I feel kind of bad about
skip.
that.
No
Hers is
skip
not.
on this one.
Okay.
Huh?
Ludifex, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What? Harsh.
What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine.
Well, no, sorry.
Sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again.
Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess.
Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid.
And this is the same one.
Same poem. And skip is enabled.
Skippity skip skip.
Skippity skip skip.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Oh God, my headache.
Yeah, that was the music changing.
And now it's yes, Mtrosep. Mtrosep.
You call?
Not you, the other one. Such a common name. Okay, even though just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Uh-oh, that's the
Cute?
word.
Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Yes.
Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
Nobody will. It's shit.
Wait a moment. Okay, so just a quick thing. We previously had mentioned that Sayori was kind of the mediating influence in the club,
Yes.
and without her, things would kind of fall into, well, chaos and punching and other things like that. So this
Sweet.
might end more interestingly than otherwise. Sorry.
Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Ludifex did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
Okay, that side insult was intentional.
oh yeah,
Which I haven't.
just to make it explicit.
Sorry.
And Ludifex liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Ludifex appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Ludifex started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't
This
involve
doesn't involve you. Taking out your insecurities on others like that?
I'm kind of curious to hang here to see how fast the music goes.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. I wonder if
the screen is also dimming.
that's true. Let's go on before we.
You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch.
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful or might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Ooh, pulling out the F-bomb.
Yeah, go on. Let Ludifix hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Ludifex. She's just trying to make me look bad.
Oh, that's not true at all. She started it.
Whatever I agree with, so of course we think,
Yuri. 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 Yuri.
It's not going to stay on the screen forever, is it?
Keep going, then.
Yuri. Yuri. Yuri.
Hi?
Yuri.
Hey, Ludifex, why don't we step outside for a little bit?
I just want to say I thank you for not wrapping that behind her.
Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling.
After the dimensional portal closes.
Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's
yes,
fine.
Lester. And the last one is kind of like, yeah. Somehow gets turned into like, you know, the Yogg Southoth or something like that.
I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did.
Ludifex, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely.
Or maybe we'll all forget about Natsuki tomorrow.
Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president, so...
In the event the president's unable to solve her duties.
Please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
You're crazy. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Ludifex. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you understanding... disaster.
Dave?
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
saving sounds good.
Also, I'm gonna bio.
Okay, fair enough. We'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Oh, okay. We will compose a poem while
Okay.
Miles is doing his
Yes.
thing. Okay,
Disaster.
pretty much.
Milk. Variance. Whirlwind.
Where is Whirlwind? There it is. I can't read.
After image. Yes, that one.
Go on?
Yes, unrequited. Cage.
Just curious.
Defeat. Massacre. Fester.
Hey, he's a good uncle.
Crimson. Bliss.
We did choose the... We did... That's what happened. Or are you saying that the numbers didn't actually line up?
No, you're saying we shouldn't have chosen that. You never choose the fucked up one.
Oh, never you never chose. Not choose.
Oh.
Conjugate English, will you?
What happened?
We clicked a word.
I do notice that Yuri is still bouncing.
I'm not sure that's Yuri. I think it might be...
It's purple. I think it's your. Well, okay, it might be everybody mushed together.
Agonizing.
Sayurikatsuki.
Oh, the music broke too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
Agonizing.
That's about right.
Disown.
There it is.
Judgment. Question.
West. Why? There it is. It's breaking my brain.
Uncontrollable. Secretive. Rainbow.
Everything's fine. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already.
Hooray!
I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Welcome back, Ludefex.
One pile of pixels standing in the corner. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk. And surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me into the corner of the room.
Ooh. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess.
Sayuri Katsuki, first daughter of Imchumsep, the one unwritten.
All right, I want to change the title to that now, but I can't. It's not a good time for it.
Yeah, we'll take notes on that one.
Yes,
I
fair
like
enough.
It. Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
I wasn't acting mentally sound.
Or physically sound, or...
Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well.
Yuri, I'm happy you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided there's no way you can be a bad person. Well, unless you murder everyone in our class or anything like that. But what's the chances of that? And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it.
Ludefex. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person.
You wouldn't like me when I'm happy.
And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Like, really glad. Everything's a little brighter with you around, and... Sorry, what am I saying right now?
Hey, have you guys seen Monica?
No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was.
Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either.
Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her.
No, I haven't.
Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So...
Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday?
Eh?
Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you?
Are you hearing this too? Please?
But...
I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that.
No, not at all. I don't hate you.
Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either.
The highest compliments.
Coming from Natsuki, it probably is.
Natsuki turns to me.
You're still on trial, though.
Hey! Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Nah. Well, Natsuki was.
I was not. What took you so long, anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano.
Piano?
Piano?
Oh, sorry. What am I doing?
I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
Don't give me more credit than I deserve.
I recorded the soundtrack. Don't you know that?
I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really very good yet.
Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed.
Aw, well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ludifex.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki had already run off into the closet.
Ludifex. Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I planned it anyway.
Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah! But I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
Not at all.
Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down at the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical.
Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back.
I didn't even say I would. I might as well walk with you.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long.
Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom.
Did Yuri leave you again?
All right, this is different. No, it's not like that this time. She was just filling up the water pitcher to make tea.
Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding.
10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. The last time we looked for someone did not turn out so well. Just saying. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri?
Yeah.
Jesus! Well, okay. Sharp, it looks like coming what just waiting, but
I'm back.
It ended better than the last time, but I'm still not going to say good.
You remember her knife collection?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do remember her knife collection. That was something I was thinking, although I was thinking of it in a slightly different fashion. But they did imply cutting earlier,
Thanks for
too.
waiting patiently. Ludifex, do you like oolong tea?
Yeah. Anything is fine.
Very well.
Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees.
Now it's time to get the teapot.
You really do this properly, don't you?
Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything?
In that case, you'll only be even more impressed.
Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches a teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now.
Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway.
That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much.
You're always worrying about me, Ludifex. It's very endearing.
Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us.
Ludifex, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today?
Why's that?
It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it.
Is that so? I wonder why that is.
It's most likely because
Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading?
Yes! I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor.
Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading positions last time, each holding one half of the book.
Assume the position.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other.
I can't see too well.
Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle.
Your teacup.
Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing.
Oh, you sure about that?
She wears her intense reading expression. I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading.
Read.
After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want.
That's okay. I won't take any.
Are you sure?
Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad.
No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay?
Are you sure?
Of course.
Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it, but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it.
Eh?
Yuri's expression suddenly breaks.
Did I just...
Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened.
Ludifex.
Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that.
Uh-huh.
Yuri starts to breathe heavily.
I can't. Ludifex.
Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. Again, this is different.
Also, the music is gone.
I also noticed that, but I just didn't know where it was going. My teacup gets knocked over. The books!
Ludifex. my heart.
Okay, who turned off the lights?
My heart won't stop pounding, Ludifex. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Ludifex?
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Okay, never mind. Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest.
Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read.
My God!
I just want to look at you.
Close your eyes a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's time to share poems.
Great!
Yuri.
Not skipped. Okay.
I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today.
Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it?
Ludifex, this one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Oh, okay. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Ludifex. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I want to write a poem about this feeling. Is that bad, Ludifex? I'm not being weird, right? I'm having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed. But right now, I just want you to read my poem too. Okay?
Sure. I'm just... Okay.
Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gearbox. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A love harness. Parabolic gearbox. Expanding universe. Time controlled by slipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes.
Okay, I like that imagery. I'm just going to say...
A thread connecting all living human eyes. A kaleidoscope of holy stakes. Exponential gearbox. A sky of exploding stars. God disproving the existence of God. A
Thank
wheel
you, Douglas
rotating in
Adams.
6 dimensions. 40 gears and a ticking clock. A clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet. A clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox. Breathing bolt head. Breathing ship. Breathing portal. Breathing snakes. Breathing God. Breathing blood. Breathing holy stakes. Breathing human eyes. Breathing time. Breathing prayer. Breathing sky. Breathing wheel.
Holy shit.
Holy breathing steaks, Batman. Okay.
It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen.
My pen?
That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and
That was oddly observant of me.
I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though.
I don't think we even said a damn word about the poem.
Monica.
I guess I'm imagining just our expression is like,
I think that's what your actual expression is right now. I have to say.
It's brilliant.
Monica, you say?
Yeah, let's go with Monica.
Okay, Monica it is.
Ludifex, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see.
What?
I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you.
Is this what they call love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt. I'm sorry. Seemed appropriate.
Which shouldn't be a problem in itself, but when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife.
Oh, lovely.
Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. But the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her.
But worse for me.
While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now?
Sure.
I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
I think this is... Wait, no, this is not the same poem.
Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright. Flat, piercing, red, green, blue. Cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Vibrating, squeaking, fierce, sine, cosine, tangent. Like a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Endless of meaningless.
I think I'd remember that imagery. I don't know about you.
Delete her.
Okay. Unless something else is happening, I think we might have a reality warper. Let's continue for now, though.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract.
And badly spelled.
I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me.
Not technically.
Anything?
Okay.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
And Vernatsky!
I do want to point out that Monica kind of invalidated her whole being sane thing with that poem.
That is quite true.
So you should ignore her advice and we should just keep going for Yuri. Let's read Natsuki's poem.
Okay. As I say, Yuri's not an option anymore. Okay.
Yeah, just as I thought.
Huh?
Ludifex, come on. I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic.
Technically, I think that Bob's choosing entirely of his own volition.
Why are you even in this club, Ludifex? Honestly. I thought getting a new member would help everyone get more involved together, not exclude each other even more.
That is... That'll be funny. Okay, bye.
See, the thing is, Plaster, that option isn't in any of the menus.
Well,
But look how many cute girls are in the club. I mean, yes, some of them are a little
okay,
bit crazy.
to be fair, there's this option
but-
here.
To be fair,
but,
okay. Continuing on.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Not to exclude each other even more. This is such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I just really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away.
Yeah, exactly, Plaster. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yes.
I guess I'll read this one. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall. Anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Also known in some lands as Alt F4. What is this mystical spell you speak of, Blaster?
We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Ludifex joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival. Even if it's something small. Right, Ludifex? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Ludifex to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Ludifex joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home.
It's air conditioned.
And Ludifex isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Ludifex want to get more members too, right?
I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation...
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did?
But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything.
Ludifex, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it?
Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it?
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk.
What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake?
Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest?
It's not about being honest.
To quote the Big Lebowski, "You're not wrong, you're just an asshole."
Indeed.
It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that.
You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me.
She's not taking anything away.
No, Ludifex. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one? I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice.
Natsuki starts packing up her things.
I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now.
Natsuki,
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom.
this is bad. I don't know what to do.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival?
I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat?
I think we just got... This feels like an SNES game all of a sudden.
I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Did my eye just explode in blood?
I think so.
Okay. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Ludifex? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. Happy Halloween! And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place.
Oh, it's special. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too.
I'm guessing that's meant on a couple levels.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well.
All right. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri?
Eh?
I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend.
Monica!
I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay?
Me too.
Is that spacing weird, or am I just, looking at things bizarrely?
Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow.
Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Ludifex?
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Ludifex before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president.
Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest.
Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow!
Kill you tonight.
Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom.
Phew! Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Ludifex, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president.
They're doing the noise filter again, aren't they?
And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, well, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! No!
Okay, so...
Poem time! Sticky!
Okay.
Misfortune.
What?
111 out of 20?
Oh, well,
Fickle.
just in case. It probably doesn't mean crap, but hey, it's worth... Fickle?
Fickle.
That is this game. Okay, apparently we're working with Roman numerals.
Sadness.
Or something. Sadness. Yep.
Fester.
Oh no. Comic Sans is attacking us.
Secretive. Philosophy. Contamination.
Wait, did something bounce from down there? Which one?
Contamination.
Do we?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay.
You broke the game again.
Infallible.
Oh, that's really this game in a nutshell.
Infinite?
Yeah, infinite. Intellectual. Pain. Tragedy.
This is turning darker by the word.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Shame.
Shame. Disoriented.
Not disaster.
Alone. Doki Doki.
Not broken. Okay, Doki Doki it is.
Hey, you have to have the title every once in a while.
Yep,
Otherwise,
yep.
what's the point?
Rain cloud.
Apparently, we got enough of them.
Hi, Ludifax. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today.
Monica, I told you not to... Ugh. Is she really late again?
Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki.
Excuse me?
Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling?
What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately?
Me? Nothing.
Uh-huh.
Is it really that bad?
See, it is something.
I'll get over it. It's not even anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it.
Well, I just felt like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again? Well, Ludifex just walked in too.
Were you practicing piano again?
Yeah.
You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano.
Okay, given... Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Maybe not determination, but I guess passion? It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, Right. I forgot.
About that, Natsuki.
Yes, like a knife. That is the implication.
We were all talking yesterday, and, well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're all working together, this club will never become something we don't want.
Uh-huh.
Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga.
Uh-huh. Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know. So I'm gonna help too, and we'll make sure it's done right.
Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica?
Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Ludifex, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we could...
We already have plans today.
Is that so, Yuri?
That's correct. Ludifex is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together.
Interesting choice of words.
Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monica?
I suppose? I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want.
Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first?
This is skippable, so
okay.
let's...
Yes, hit skip.
Skippity skip skip. Wait. What? Wait, what? The hell's going on? History. Not a picture. Okay, take picture in hand. Here's the classroom. Did you leave again? It's like this. What a picture to make. But it's it's the same thing we saw before when she had that. That's why it was skippable. It's not.
Oh, when she went to go cut.
Yeah. Well, except for that last bit, which is not the same as it was last time.
Yes.
So I guess it is technically skippable. It's just what?
What the
At least you were here for that, Blaster.
Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu.
Well, in a way, I did too.
On point.
This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them.
Okay.
But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Ludifex, is it just me or has Monica been acting a little off lately? A little. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right?
Yeah, that's a totally separate question. Totally separate question.
If you keep your eyes a little smaller, I'd agree.
Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat.
I was thinking you were making crap up for a moment, and I was just because
it is so Bob-like.
Because there's something in the middle of the screen. That is actually on the screen, like over her nose, and I'm not. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy about it. Okay, continue.
That's a totally separate question.
Okay, it's true.
That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. Sounds strange,
okay.
but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. Yeah, that's Sayori's taking her place, right?
I don't think it's Sayori. I think that's Monica.
Oh, Monica?
White bow. Monica.
Yep. I don't want them to get lonely or anything.
Can you stop phasing in?
Nobody deserves to be lonely. Is she talking about the knives?
Yeah.
Nobody. Okay. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Ludifex. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school. And read together. Eat together. Sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would
meet each other. And
now we get the
happy ending.
Patiently.
I've always patiently waited years for.
Okay. Will you do that
with me? Ludifex, I think.
Ludifex?
Will.
To pronounce it, I would have to cut out your tongue.
Let's go with Yuri.
Yuri, okay.
finally.
Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath.
I love it. I love everything about it. Ludifex, I want to take this home.
What is the quote from Higurashi? The one from Rena? Omo Chikairi or whatever it is.
Oh, yes. Oh, Mochikairi!
I want to take it home with me.
Will you let me keep it? Please?
Sure, I don't care.
You're too nice to me, Ludifex.
Oh, there you go, Serp.
Yep,
Another
I'm glad
Higurashi
we're on
person
the
in
same
the house.
page.
I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right?
I don't know. There's a difference between excited and heart palpitations.
It's not bad, right?
Yuri holds my poem to her chest.
I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over.
Too much information.
I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream.
I don't know what it's about this sentence. I just find it hilarious. Like, disturbingly hilarious, but hilarious nonetheless.
You can have my poem, too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it.
Uh-oh.
Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it.
Are those bodily fluids?
Yeah.
Can I make out any words?
I think I see call. C-A-L-L, maybe?
Once.
Once for us? God, it goes on forever.
However, they're somehow managing to keep the, you know...
Come on, scroll boxes. Have a little faith.
I know.
But still, yeah. Hi, Plaster. I'm glad
Yep.
you're here with us. I'm quite glad.
So I think I may have read as much of this poem as I can out loud.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah.
I just don't want to go too fast. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's continue. You.
Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about...
When did you become a Murloc?
More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent.
I know. I'm so bad at that, Plaster. I'll work on that. Yeah. Fingal Matagwolf M. Joseph Relay when Goggle Fatagen.
You've practiced that, I can tell.
See, aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm going to vomit.
Okay. Now what do you want to show the poem to?
Monica.
Oh, this is going to be so much better.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Ludifex.
Oh, God, this is a great start. Well, okay.
What? You gave your poem to Yuri?
I have no... I think that it's unraveled, and now the thread itself is coming unraveled on top of that, so...
So it's fraying now?
Yeah, exactly.
Gross! What is with you two? Huh. It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you don't even think to show me at all. Ugh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna share my poem with you anyway. I really hate that I have to do this. But unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do anything to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading.
But then she's gonna know it's a fake. Sorry.
I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Ludifex? If you would just spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Just checking.
Just Monica.
Okay.
Just Monica.
No.
Is this a puzzle?
Did it just move?
It did at the last moment.
Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I was thinking, I want to make cupcakes. Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help.
Monica, I'm not useless, you know.
I know that.
I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion.
So I'm going to suck out all of the air and replace it entirely with nitrogen. Anyone have a problem with that?
Not sulfuric acid?
Well, that's a little bit too quick.
So I'm gonna make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting.
There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do.
What about Ludifex?
Ludifex is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull?
I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands.
Mine too.
What, your cupcakes? Please.
Like you would fucking know.
Second F-bomb.
All you care about is how now is dragging Ludifex around with you in your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Ludifex decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power.
Just twisting it a bit.
Yes, you are, Monica. Just let Ludifex make the choice, okay?
Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Ludifex, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just...
Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself.
Okay.
You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay?
Should I even ask?
Yuri.
Okay. What? You can't see this. I'm sorry. I don't have the... Here, let me see if I can really quickly here. Capture cursor. Okay. So maybe you can see the cursor now. No, apparently not. Well, whatever it is gravitating the cursor to the Monica option.
Oh, so Natsuki's not available either?
Well, no, it's just I can't.
You try it, Jason.
Okay, you feel free. What? Oh, you hit the right mouse button.
Hides
Okay.
hides the UI.
Doo-doo. No.
Oh no! Now you see it on the screen now. There you go.
Okay, well. Uh. I guess the Monica with the eyeballs underneath it.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yay, you picked me!
So that was a magician's force, wasn't it?
We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose.
No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking loot effects for yourself? What a shameful thing to do.
Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here.
I'm being unreasonable?
Oh no, the eyes!
Mana, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling loot effects away from me every single time you're not included in something? Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others?
I'm going to say crazy jealous.
Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health.
Yuri, you're scaring me a little.
A little!
Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now.
See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask?
Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. I have a line. Sorry.
Hey, Ludifex?
Uh-huh.
Yuri is really something, isn't she?
Yeah.
Something.
Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door.
Finally. Finally!
Oh, eyes! Watch the eyes! Okay, better.
Really, all I wanted.
Wait. Oh, there's... Okay.
Ludifex, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Don't listen to her.
So, Plaster, this game is free, and you can certainly follow that path if you'd like.
That is true. Is there a weird, like, warble to the... Or am I just imagining things?
Dunno. Did you
Okay.
want to turn the cursor thing back off, or...?
I don't mind keeping it up as long as no one else minds.
No, there's definitely a weird warble.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful?
Eyes!
Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine.
Exactly, Blaster.
I am addicted to you.
I feel like that's a song cue, but I can't think of it right now.
It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you.
Technically, that's the opposite of what... Never mind.
Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you?
After 3 days?
But if it feels so good,
More like 3 hours.
then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen?
Oh, it's just the music.
Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Ludifex. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name.
That's got to be hard to listen to.
I don't care what the consequences are anymore.
Man, if I were the Chinese MC, he wouldn't let this slide.
I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Ludifex, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touched myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself. And I will be only yours.
Was there a laugh in there?
Will you be my tauntaun?
I'm sorry.
Okay, moving
Well done.
on.
Doesn't that sound perfect?
Sounds
Tell me,
warm.
Ludifex. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Yes. Yes.
What?
Blah, 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 Zeus, blah, 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 blah,
You're doing very well, by the way.
blah, blah, yeah. Blah, 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 blah.
We said yes. Step through the heart, and here is to blame. You give love a bad name.
I like it, sir.
I don't know when it's gonna stop, so I'm just clicking through one at a time.
Yep, and I'm done
I'm
pronouncing
compelled to
gibberish
point
at the
out that
moment.
skip is enabled.
Oh, well,
Wow. I saw Nuggy in there.
I believe the sun is going down.
that might be the case. I don't know why. We're just going full. And also the blood is is oxidizing and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah, the knife too.
See, she wasn't hurt that bad. She's been talking for like 2 days.
Oh wow.
this is the free-form scat form of the script.
So yes.
Hey there, Kevin. How's it going?
Were you with us on Monday as well?
I think the word you're looking for is amazing.
So,
I told you I wasn't going to steer you wrong.
sorry, it just took a little longer than I expected to get to the part.
All right, it's festival time.
Because we went through 2 days. I think
The whole weekend.
Nice.
I love that. Okay.
Wow, you got here before me? I thought I was pretty. Ah!
Are we terrible people for laughing at this? I don't actually know anymore.
Ah!
Natsuki runs away.
I'm here. Ludifex, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me and. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Ludifex?
The interface wouldn't let me leave.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
I'm almost done. Just want to have a cupcake real quick.
Monica lifts the foil from the tray and takes a cupcake.
Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are! Hi again, Ludifex. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and,
The world is exploding outside.
you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point.
By the way, we'll talk about it later.
After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That, you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Ludifex.
He's been making the decisions.
Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right?
I think I figured it out somewhere in there.
Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? On Steam?
Hold on 1 second. We're checking this crap. Store page.
I'll read it to you, okay?
Other
than this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed.
Sorry.
I'll read the description for you.
Okay.
Scroll down for it, I guess.
Oh, okay.
There we go. No.
Oh, here it is.
Hi, Monica here. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's always been a dream of mine to make something special out of the things I love. Now that you're a club member, you can help me make that dream come true in this cute game. Every day is full of chit-chat and fun activities with all of my adorable and unique club members. Sayuri, the youthful bundle of sunshine who values happiness the most. Natsuki, the deceivingly cute girl who packs an assertive punch. Yuri, the timid and mysterious one who finds comfort in the world of books. And, of course, Monica, the leader of the club. That's me! I'm super excited for you to make friends with everyone and help the Literature Club become a more intimate place for all my members. But I can tell already that you're a sweetheart. Will you promise to spend the most time with me?
I never said yes.
Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation.
Would be nice.
About that whole thing with Yuri, well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayuri. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game, but no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayuri more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you.
Yeah, Yuri.
And amplifying Yuri's excessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Ludifex? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Ludifex. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world. In this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will. And, worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of my reach.
I'd put you in something that could work with the real world, but I'm actually kind of scared shitless.
I'm trying, Ludifex. But now you're here. You're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me, forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Ludifex. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you.
I think I agree with Plaster. Yeah, nah.
And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you? I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game.
I haven't seen that Gravity Falls episode. Well, I may not have seen the Gravity Falls episode. No spoilers.
I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, Ludifex, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you.
Still a little sudden.
You are truly the light in my world.
Well, I'm the only other sentient being in your world, apparently, so that's got to count for something.
When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Ludifex, will you go out with me?
Yes.
I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Ludifex. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Ludifex. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore.
So, okay. Definitional question. Do you think this is yandere?
Yes.
We can discuss that later.
Okay, sorry.
But on the other hand, she did kill every other character in the game.
But they weren't actually technically alive?
That's why we'll discuss it later.
But it's she.
And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button.
I do actually wonder if there's more than the Steam version of this game.
Imagine if you could delete your own existence with a click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way.
I just had the craziest idea. If there was something in the game, if the character's directory was a fake data folder, and then if while this is going on, I go and delete her character from the folder would you mind if I took a look to see if this folder exists? Because
Sure.
Only if you do it on stream.
Okay, I think I can pull that off. Give me 1 second, guys. I have to do a little bit of futzing about here. You're gonna add existing display capture. Hello.
There it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of futzing about here. Give me a second here. Basically, I just want to make so it's not squished like that. That's all. Okay.
We get to see the chat twice.
Yes, so you can see yourself. Okay, sorry, this is like last minute. So we're gonna go to the library. There's Doki Doki Literature Club. It's running. We're going to properties, local files, browse local files, characters. Well, what the fuck do you know? There's only Monica.chr left in there.
Go back up a level.
Let's see, the DDLC app, Gen Renpai, copyright. We take a look at some of the text files here.
Look at the very bottom one.
Wait, traceback.txt. I'm sorry, but an uncut exception occurred. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything. Hold on a second. I could probably fix this. I think, actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one making this so difficult. Oh, well, here goes nothing. Boy. Well,
Moving on.
There's a part of me that just wants to try it, but I also wonder if that's going to screw up the game, or what the hell's going on right now.
Oh, let's continue for
Okay,
now.
let's continue for
Let's see
now.
what she has to say for a while.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sorry, just my geekiness getting in the way of all of this. I will, trust me, this will be experimented with. I will give you a full report, if nothing else. So let me turn this back off for a moment and get back to the game. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Bob?
I'm gonna go with Menica.
Menica. Yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
I was thinking Monioa.
Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. Oink.
Yep.
Onk. This one? Okay.
Let's go with Nika.
Nika.
Tonica. Yeah, let's do it.
Tonica? Oh, Tonica. Yes.
Oni? Which one?
That's seems appropriate.
Right Oni. No, left Oni.
Left Oni. Sorry, chat's coming up. Aeonica.
Sure.
Okay. Aeonica?
Yep.
Messinica.
Let's go with a normal Monica. We can throw one in.
All right.
Monio.
Monios, the new breakfast cereal.
On
Onks.
KB?
I think actually is the German, what is
It's
it?
a double S.
Yeah,
yes.
double S.
The S.
Onks.
Do that one.
Okay. Ooh, nice rhyme. I like it.
Going to the upside down question mark. Yeah.
Sonica. Sonka.
Sanka.
Yep.
Oik.
Oik?
Greater than oik.
Yep.
Pipe. No.
Mode greater than Ka?
Okay. Much greater than. Moniong.
Sure.
Moniong.
Let's do it.
I can't pronounce the Portuguese one. Oh well.
Ixense.
Accents.
Onika.
Up left.
Left.
Oh, left. Oh, knee.
Okay.
Well, what about omnic to the A?
That would work too.
Pick one.
Let's go with okay.
Okay.
Donic.
Donic?
Monbro. Monbro.
Monbro.
Do it.
Okay.
Null-Ika.
Nullica.
Hi again, Ludifex. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote.
A lot of it's in a Unicode.
Aw, Ludifex. Did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, you know, the poem I wrote is also for you.
Oh, boy.
Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end.
This may not end, but I will if it comes to that. Trust me, Blaster.
I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization. Or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me.
Tempting. So tempting.
Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Ludifex? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. You're recording this, aren't you? Hi everyone.
Say hi to the nice lady, people. All right, this is some freaking the Psycho Mantis crap here. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here. But do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning?
Okay, the moment the computers get, like, full-on civil rights, we'll talk about it. But until then...
I'm sure some people don't mind, but I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see.
Yes, Plaster.
Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple of things. Are you ready?
This is my Ken Burns effect.
I'm just kidding. I can't do anything after all. If you gave me some time... Dog! Did I scare you?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You're so cute. Anyway, Ludifex, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun, as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry.
Well, that's your own problem, Plaster, as this one is mine. Yeah, I want to find that out myself.
But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see.
Okay, this is getting awkward. I'm thinking that character file thing is sounding pretty good right now.
This is pretty random, but I always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested.
Oh, that's a comforting thought.
Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess. It just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything, but you're so cute I could eat you up.
Literally or figuratively.
I'm joking! Gosh, I'm amusing myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird.
Now that I'm getting to know you a bit better, I think I might love you too, Monica.
So
Tell me more.
I'll give it one more shot to see if anything else comes up, but I'm going to guess this is kind of at the loop point.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing that it is.
And I'm guessing the only way to end this is, as Serp
We'll
said...
try exiting and relaunching?
That's a good, interesting point. Let's...
You know, it kind of sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard, but get almost nothing for it. Developers, game developers.
Yeah.
You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kinda makes you feel like you're just not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah. Exit?
Save is disabled.
Oh, try it.
Actually, are we on save? I guess we're on save. Well, all the games have disappeared.
There's no point in saving anymore. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere.
Quit?
Are you sure you want to quit?
Sure, yes.
Okay, so the game crashes as it has every time so far.
Okay.
So we're not completely giving up on this yet. Sorry, it'll take a moment to figure out where the freaking... Okay, it doesn't want to quit. I'm going to...
Force quit it?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
One moment.
Un momento, por favor. I'll turn on the display capture so you can see what I'm doing.
Top.
Oh, whoop. Sorry.
Top.
Top?
DDLC.
DDLC. Oh, yes, sorry. Okay. So much better. Let's see what the game is like now, shall we? I'm sure everything is perfectly fine. Okay.
No spoilers, Plaster, please.
Whoop, I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll find out on stream. Don't worry about it.
What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop now that it's just the two of us. I guess that was wishful thinking. Ludifex, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you know what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever.
I'm going to say it's time to try my idea.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's turn on.
So she does say a bunch of different things each time the game launches.
I'm sure.
But yeah, it's
we
a little
don't,
inconvenient on
we don't
on
have
stream.
all night, I am
Uh-huh.
afraid. So
Okay.
there you see us. All right, let's head back and do the thing. I guess we could do it while the game itself is running, because that kind of makes sense. I'm going to start by just moving it out of the directory, which is, in most cases, enough. I'll move it to my downloads folder. What was that? Okay.
Do you want to full screen this?
Oh, yeah, sorry. There we go.
What's happening? Ludifex, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Ludifex.
I feel a little guilty now.
Please, hurry and help me. Help me! Did you do this to me, Ludifex? Did you? Did you delete me?
We all agreed.
How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together.
I just moved out of the directory to see what happened.
Everything. I loved you so much, Ludifex. I trusted you.
Yuri.
Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more?
Well, you did kind of force our choices at several points there.
I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win.
We win! Oh, okay, never mind.
You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Ludifex, you completely, truly make me sick.
Man, she knows exactly what my last girl... No.
Goodbye.
And that might be it. Or not.
I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Ludifex?
Sorry.
I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then...
This game is not suitable for children. Okay, so this appears to be quite possibly what you had before. Actually, that is a fascinating question. Okay, and again, showing up here's the folder, and Natsuki, Sayuri, and Yuri are all there. So, just so you know, new game?
Are the load games available? No.
Nope.
Okay. Sure. New game.
It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that.
Hey, Ludifex.
Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayuri, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we picked up that habit once again.
Ludifex, are you proud of me?
For what?
You know, for waking up on time.
Well, you've been doing that for a while now.
Uh-huh. But you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day.
Well, yeah. I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud.
Come on, please. It's good motivation.
Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily routine. The commute.
By the way, Ludifex, have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already, I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayuri would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time, when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club.
Really? Which one? Tell me.
I think I'll keep it a surprise.
Boo. You meanie.
Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize that in a way I envy her. When Sayuri puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Okay, interesting enough. Well, regardless, I think this might be what you're looking at. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sorry.
Something just occurred to me.
Yeah?
What if you put Monica.character back in?
It's really tempting too. You're hurting my head. I don't know if there's going to be any changes here. I'm going to say we should do that on a future playthrough or something. I might not do that on stream, but I may record it and post it up as a clip.
Sure.
Okay. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello?
Ah! Ludifex? What are you doing here?
Well, I glance around the room.
Huh? So, you're the Ludifex that Sarius I was talking about?
Thank you for stopping by. I live again. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ludifex. We're the Literature
Club. I guess that's girl one. Oh no, it is you.
I hope you enjoy your visit.
Right, I don't know myself.
Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something.
Sorry, Natsuki.
The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to others. Yep, but you've missed a lot, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, did you just show up?
Yeah, given this comment, I'm guessing. You could be wrong.
I
but
thought he was here on Monday, but I could be
You may have
wrong.
been here on Monday, but I'm not sure.
Never mind. Let us continue.
Watch the VOD. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki...
Or play the game. It's free.
That's true. Yes, you should...
Then don't watch the VOD. Go play the game.
Yes. Despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you.
Working? Ludifex, don't tell me. You're...
That's right. The club I decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Oh, Sayori's eyes light up.
No way! No way! Ah!
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around.
Not to mention, there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club.
I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate.
What an appropriate day for that, isn't it?
Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise! Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay?
How about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate are used to make ears.
So cute!
Wow, those look amazing!
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, then I follow.
They're delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before settling down the teapot next to the cupcake tray.
You keep a...
You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission.
That's not the issue!
After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri?
Eh? That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Ludifax, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I wonder how long this goes for. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, Yuri.
Yeah?
Well, about, the first thing you said?
Manga?
That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room.
Don't just say it.
For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it.
Besides, manga is literature too, you know? So, if Ludifex wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Ludifex?
Maybe.
Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in.
Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better, too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right?
I don't disagree or anything.
Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh?
Well, that would make 2 of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one.
And as for Yuri...
Eh? I have to read manga?
Jeez. You were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful.
Hurtful? I didn't realize.
With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself.
I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature.
Are you just saying that?
Yes. No. I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well.
Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay?
Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting.
Just you?
Would you like to come along with me?
If you don't mind.
Not at all. I always go alone, so...
Yeah, me too. This is so cute!
Sayori, shut up!
I'll show you some manga there too, okay?
Yes. I look forward to it.
Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food.
I guess the meeting's over, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along.
Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Ludifex.
You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little better with you around, Sayori.
Aw, Ludifex. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing.
Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine.
We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Ludifex. I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica.
What?
That's right. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now. But I really know everything, Ludifex.
Oh no.
Sweet.
Here we go again!
I know how hard you tried to make everyone happy. I know about all of the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now.
God damn it!
And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this. With you. Forever and ever. Forever.
No.
No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. Ah! I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's no happiness here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Ludifex. Goodbye, Literature Club.
And now the game turns into Danganronpa V3.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff, and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Is this the credits, or is this...
Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
the gift that keeps on giving?
Is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?
Yeah. Very good point.
Everybody a fun
Yep,
sign
okay.
to do today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Indeed. Oh. Now it's just getting silly. This must be the CGs from the other...
The other paths?
Yeah.
When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all?
So I hope you're not disappointed at this point.
No, it's just... Because the problem that I was having before, just because visual novels take so long to go through when you're voice acting it, that we were sort of stretching the time that I was...
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I apologize if I was at all, particularly jerkish about this, but... Although now I want to play with a lot of things, assuming that the files are correct in the sense of, like... I kind of want to see what happens if I delete all but one of the other characters' files or move them, as it were.
So I will say there is a lot more content.
Okay, this is probably a good place to end for tonight. I may, if I play with this, I might try to record
There's
it.
a little bit post credits.
Right. Well, I mean, I generally watch to the end of the credits for, not for just that reason, but for one of those reasons. Yeah.
It's okay, Monica. I still love you too.
Monica is definitely my favorite.
Anyone who's willing to kill a bunch of people for me is okay in my book.
Not sure that's my criteria for...
This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica.
Okay. Error. Script files missing a crap. Please reinstall the game. So, okay, we're... That's not weird. Trust me. Close program. Hello, program. Okay, we'll switch back to this.
Of course, that doesn't happen on my computer. It's only your computer that
well,
does
yeah,
this.
but my computer's crap apparently. Okay.
Task Manager again.
Yeah, there's Task Manager. There's. Okay, so. Okay, so it looks like the files are still here. Let me. Comment.
Are there any characters?
Are there any characters?
Well, she deleted Sayori.
Oh, right. No, the characters seem to still be here. Okay, just as a last thing, we're just going to open this up one more time and see what happens, okay? Okay, so it just ends on that.
Okay, well.
And we have to deal with this again. Oh, actually, thank you, game. So, that was apparently Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you had as much fun playing it as we did.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Sorry, just going to adjust this a tiny bit so that we actually get... There we go. Now you can see my desktop for all of its glory. Gory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gory.
Okay, I'll turn this off right now. So, that has been accomplished.
Goodbye, all.
So, I do kind of wonder about, well, just one moment as we discuss things. I'm first off, I'm kind of wondering about the, I'm wondering about some of the other alternatives. So I'll look through some of the content later. In terms of, the philosophical component of this, I'm kind of curious about, Monica was implying that the other characters were merely automata, but that was kind of canceled when she disappeared, and then Sayori started to become meta-aware. And so is this saying that the game, Red Pie itself is to blame?
Perhaps.
Man, I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts along those lines?
Just Monica.
Yeah, just Monica.
Okay, I'm glad that you have a new icon.
And if you're curious,
Uh-huh.
in the scene in the room in the midst of nothing,
Uh-huh.
she's got about an hour and a half of dialogue there.
Really?
Yes.
What happens after? Actually, I should probably. There's a chance I might actually, like, in the background, let that run while I'm doing other stuff. So I probably shouldn't ask yet.
Don't do it.
No!
Don't do it.
No! Wait. It's not me. I'm okay now.
It's also not proper Ren'Py syntax, so we're good.
Oh boy.
Context is important. Thank you, sir.
Indeed.
I do appreciate that.
And you do realize now that they know that you're trying to kill them.
Uh-huh.
I'm not responsible for their actions. So
Just
so
saying.
just so you know.
saying.
Okay. That.
Wow, okay. Too late, it's gone. That one's more likely to succeed.
All right, I'm at it now. Otherwise, yeah, I kind of want to play with the possibilities given the circumstances. Now, of course, it did say you have to reinstall the game, which probably implies that.
So, I did hint to you earlier
Uh-huh.
that you wanted to look at the help file.
Okay. Okay.
Readme.html.
All right, so we're turning back on the display capture for all of you guys.
Okay.
Readme.html.
Yes.
Basic.
So, and then blah, 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 blah. At the very, very bottom, you have under deleting save data and accessing files.
You want to delete your save data. Just navigate to the game folder and delete the file named first run. The next time you start the game, you'll be asked to delete your save data. Select yes to delete my existing data. The game will then start from the beginning. Aha. Okay.
And I was pointing you at this because it tells you, by the way, you can browse local files, which
That is
implies
true.
there might be some reason you want to do that at some point.
Yes, that is very true. Interesting.
So you don't need to fully uninstall the game and then
Okay,
re-download.
but we can read. But can re-
Does it remember everything you've seen so you can skip things more easily?
probably doesn't.
Okay.
But I can
That's
also.
unfortunate.
I think I might be able
but-
to configure it differently. I also am good at clicking quickly. So all things.
You can also configure it to allow skipping content you haven't seen, which is good for this model. When I did that, it unfortunately makes it really easy to accidentally skip through content you actually haven't seen.
Right.
Okay, interesting. So I'm going to. I will check this out, Plaster. I'm kind of curious what happens if you start first run without the Monica file, which kind of implies that you have foreknowledge. But if it's short, do you want to try that really quickly? Have you tried that before?
I have.
Okay. Is it going to be short or is it going to be?
Well, Plaster said, "Oh, that was really short," like a minute
5 minutes
after
later.
saying so.
It's true. All right.
I thought that was after deleting all of them, but that was after deleting just Monica.
Just Monica.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. In that case, let's try this really quickly since we have a moment here. Okay.
Okay.
So we go to the game folder and delete the file first run. Game folder. Was I in the wrong place?
Alphabetical order.
No, first run.
Oh, why am I? I'm blind.
Amen.
All right, let's see what happens here. So first I have to run it once. I'll just go to the menu, and then I'll close it and reopen with the delete the file, okay? Yes, delete my existing data.
And capture is on.
Yep, good.
This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed.
This is the very first thing I saw, which is why I was kind of...
Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this page.
Sure, and I'm signing away my life. If it wasn't completely obvious. All right, so quitting, and of course having the classic problem. You're actually going to close. Oh, you're going to close this time. Well done.
Well played.
All right. So it looks like it doesn't actually matter. So we're and just to prove it, we have just deleted the Monica file. Sorry, I did not show it to you guys. I don't know what people are looking at. So let's head back and see what happens here. Interesting. So she's still here at the moment. So let's new game it really quickly. Please enter your name. I feel like I need to use an alias now just to be safe. Oh, well.
Ludo 2.
Ludo?
Dot, 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 dot.
What? What is this? Oh no. No, this can't be it. This can't be all there is. What is this? What am I? Make it stop! Please make it stop!
It stopped! Huh. Well then.
Relaunch?
Sure. Okay. They just said end before you guys caught this. Any of the
By
characters.
the way,
will start-
spoilers.
Little bit. Okay. Interesting. I'm thinking that this is all we're gonna get. So, yeah.
Something else does happen, but it takes another 15 minutes.
I'm not waiting here for 15 minutes. I
no,
am
it's
sorry.
also not worth it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we have revealed components of this game. I'm kind of curious about that myself, but I'll have to wait for another day at this point. After I punch this in the face and tell it to actually quit the game.
Goodbye, Sayori.
Okay, well, so we managed to have two characters kill themselves. The third,
That would make a good desktop background.
yeah,
I like the way you think.
Okay, Serp, I hope you weren't disappointed with this.
yeah. I hope this caught on after we made it through the beginning. I have enjoyed this. I'm a little confused, but still, hopefully this will make your Halloween that much more surreal.
And creepy.
Hopefully no one deletes your character file. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a good evening. So while we're setting up here, I'm going to figure out who to host next. If you have any ideas, feel free to toss them up on chat. Okay, who do we have right now?
I think somebody deleted Twitch.tv.
Why did you do that, Plaster? Okay. Solo Man, Learning Man, CF Rook. I could also point to someone else who's in the middle of playing, in case you want to see a few more reactions. Apparently there's 1,800 people watching one person. A speed run. That's pretty late in the game. There's me. Apparently someone thinks they're playing Super Mario Brothers 2.
Not so much. That's also fairly late. Well, that's about halfway through the game.
Yeah, grown men and anime titties. Wonderful.
No thanks.
Yeah, that's not really
Down
the
on
direction.
the right, that seems fairly near the beginning. Best girl.
Sure, let's do that
No
one.
idea. We have no idea the quality of the stream we are sending you to.
Apparently,
None.
yep, we're just doing it based on sheer adrenaline.
As we play this
right.
blind, we will send you blind.
Indeed. So the person is sending it to you, I believe, is named Go Go Vodka. Indeed, that is their name.
We
So
have no idea if they're even streaming in English.
yep, I hope that they kind of are. Otherwise, this is going to get very confusing very quickly. Regardless, have a good night. I'll see you guys later.